Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, the Console Kingdom proudly brings to you its four-time PC versus console debate champion of the world, the host of the greatest video game podcast on the internet to date, the Console Kingdom podcast, the Console King, MrNoobTubeGamer. And what is the Console King going to talk about today? Something that is very, 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 very treasonous. Activision has committed treason against the Console Kingdom with their recent actions. So far, we got 3 people on the list of those who have committed treason against the Console Kingdom and the Console King. We have 1316 Killer, we have Mr. Softy Guy, and we have Activision. What did Activision do this time? Activision is one of the worst video game companies in terms of their business practices and all the shit that they do, releasing shitty product after shitty product. What's the last Activision game that came out that was good? I can't think of one. I honestly can't think of one. Let's see. What are the biggest Activision games that have come out recently? We've had, let's see, Infinite Warfare, which is a train wreck. Call of Duty Remastered, which we're going to talk about today. We also had Destiny, which was a total pile of shit. No matter what the fanboys have to say, the only good thing about Destiny is that it's not on the PC. But besides that, Destiny's got nothing good going for it. But that is not what I am going to talk about in this video. I'm not talking about Destiny. I'm not talking about Infinite fucking Warfare, although I might mention Infinite Warfare throughout this video just because of how cancerous Infinite Warfare is. So, let's talk about what Activision did this time. They managed to ruin Modern Warfare. They managed to ruin Call of Duty 4. How can you ruin such an amazing game, one might ask? But Activision, the trolls that they are, were able to do it. They were able to ruin everyone's favorite Call of Duty game, I guess, besides Modern Warfare 2. And, you know, people keep saying they want a remastered version of MW2, and I'm thinking, you do not know what you want because they're going to pull the same bullshit if they release an MW2 remaster. That's why I'm like, just make it backwards compatible. Why do we need to have a remastered collection or a remastered game of shit that we already played, we already leveled up, and we already put hours into? We're going to have to start all over with a remastered game, and sure, it'll look pretty. You know, Modern Warfare 2 looked amazing in 2009. Imagine how amazing it will look in 2017. I'm not going to deny that, how amazing it would look in theory. But considering the fact that they completely ruined Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which is considered not even one of the best Call of Duty games of all time, but one of the best first-person shooters of all time. It completely innovated the first-person shooter genre of gaming. That's one thing that nobody can deny. So that's why everyone was so excited about the remastered version of Call of Duty 4, except for me, because I was skeptical. I'm like, they are definitely going to ruin Call of Duty 4. And the only reason why they're even selling Call of Duty 4 Remastered is because you can only get it with Infinite Warfare, and that's the only way for them to sell Infinite Warfare, because no one's going to buy it alone. You know, Infinite Warfare is one of the best-selling games of 2016, but it would have been one of the worst-selling games of 2016 if it was not for Call of Duty 4 Remastered. So, what did they do to ruin it? Well, they started off in about December of last year. They started putting in supply drops in Call of Duty 4. That's right, supply drops in Call of Duty 4. Supply drops were first introduced during the Advanced Warfare days, so that was 2014. That was 7 years after Call of Duty 4 came out. We went 7 years. No, actually, we went 9 years playing the game with no supply drops and no bullshit. But then they decide they're going to put in supply drops. Now, I fucking hate supply drops. I'm sure most people do. A lot of it's pay to win, especially since now they're adding in new weapons and shit into Call of Duty 4. And they're doing all this bullshit that's ruining the game, and it's making it actually different than what it used to be. Because the whole way that they advertised Call of Duty 4 was the whole idea that, oh yeah, Call of Duty 4 is, it's going to be just like the original version. It's going to play the same way. Remember when they said that? Well, they fucking lied. They completely fucking lied by putting in supply drops and all this other bullshit in the game. You had fucking supply drops are cancer. Anyone who says otherwise, I'm sorry, you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. So, I don't know what to say about the supply drops. It just speaks for itself. It's cancer. I feel the cancer cells growing in my body just talking about supply drops. But it gets worse, people. It gets worse. What can get worse than supply drops? Well, to any OG Call of Duty players that remember Call of Duty 4, you would remember the DLCs that came out. If you would remember, okay, the original Call of Duty 4 came with 16 maps, right? Originally, Call of Duty 4 only came out with 10 maps, which was completely bullshit. But then they're like, oh, well, no, wait, all the maps are going to be in there, all the maps that were not in the DLC, so all the other 6 maps are going to be included for free. And everyone's like, wow, that's such a great thing that Activision did. I'm like, really? First of all, it should be a given. We shouldn't reward Activision for doing this. Activision is not being philanthropic by doing this. It's literally maps that were in the original game that they decided to take out and they decided to put it back in. How is that such a great thing? I mean, it should be a given. It's like, we reward people. We consider it an accomplishment for graduating high school, but really, it's a requirement. It's a given. We shouldn't reward people and corporations for doing things they're just supposed to do, that they are required to do. We shouldn't, but sadly in our society we do, and it sucks, but it is what it is. So let's talk about what they decided to do, the bullshit they decided to do. Okay. So it's not just bad enough that they're deciding to charge. That's right, charge people for the DLC in Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4, the Variety Map Pack, which included 4 maps, including, we had Chinatown, we also had that Creek map. I don't know the other 2 maps, I forget, because I bought it, but years ago, but I don't remember all the maps, because I liked Call of Duty 4, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was good, but I liked Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 better. Those are my 2 favorite Call of Duty games, I'm sure, as are most Call of Duty players' favorite games. And to any of the kids out there, to any of the little kids, the 11, 12-year-old little kiddies that are watching my video, man, I feel bad for you guys. I really do. I feel terrible for you guys, because you guys, what games did you guys grow up with? Well, if you're 10 or 12, if you're 11, 12 years old now, that means you were born in 2005. Jesus, that's terrible. Born in 2005. Oh man, that's cancerous. That's so cancerous, because, man, the early 2000s was a great time to grow up. I'm sure anyone who's a 2000s kid like I am would know that that's true. But we're not talking about nostalgia here. We're not talking about childhood nostalgia. But the point I'm trying to make is that kids that were 11, 12 years old, they're growing up with, they're growing up with Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and maybe Advanced Warfare. Okay, the little kids that are in middle school right now, they grew up with pretty lackluster games. So a 14-year-old right now, which is the average age of a Call of Duty player, I'd say, was 10 years old when Ghost came out. Was 10 years old when Ghost came out. That's crazy. So, sadly, you guys didn't grow up with amazing Call of Duty games like I did, and like other people did, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I'm sorry, sucks to be you. But again, it's not your fault for when your mother decided to pop you out. It's not your fault. It's just she decided to pop you out in a shitty fucking time period, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, they charging for DLC. They're charging for DLC. It originally cost $10. $10. Right? And now they're charging it for $15. $15. They're actually charging $15. They're charging $15 for a 10-year-old DLC with only 4 maps. Oh my god, what the hell are they thinking? Oh my god. Oh man. It's really upsetting. It really is. Like, obviously that was an exaggeration. It was being a bit dramatic, but I actually am legitimately upset about this because it's fucking... What the fuck? This is the first company ever that's ever released a remastered game and then charged the DLC separately. The Last of Us Remastered came with a DLC. All the other remastered games from the PS3 or PS2 era, or whatever era that had DLC at least, they included the DLC in the game. Sleeping Dogs, I got the remastered version of Sleeping Dogs free with the Games with Gold like 2 months ago, and it came with all of the DLC. Every single game that I've ever heard of that had a remastered edition came with the DLCs. So, it's bad enough that they're charging for the DLC, right? What's even worse is that they're actually charging $5 more than what it originally cost. So, I don't know, like, it makes it even worse than it already is. It's just a total kick in the balls to all Call of Duty players. And I feel bad. But, just, any advice I'm going to give to any current Call of Duty players, this is coming from an OG COD player that gave up on the series. Any advice to any of my console kingdom subjects that are very much into Call of Duty and play Call of Duty a lot, especially the new ones. Any advice that I got to give to the new Call of Duty players? The advice that I would give to you guys is fucking boycott this year's Call of Duty. That's the advice I'm gonna fucking give you. Fucking boycott. You middle schoolers probably don't even know what the word boycott means, but boycott means you're refusing to buy the game. So when or any products that come out related to Call of Duty, don't buy any of them. Do not buy any Call of Duty products anymore except for the old ones. Old ones are okay, and you can get them used, so fucking Activision won't even make money off of you, which is great. But I don't know what to say about this. This is total cancer. This is fucking treason. So I don't know what to say about this. This is terrible. This is horrible. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. The king is speechless. That never happens. When is a king ever speechless? But that's what I am right now. Activision, you done fucked up. I loved Call of Duty growing up. In middle school and even into high school, I loved Call of Duty. I grew up with Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. Those games built me, okay? Those games made me into the gamer that I am today. Whether that's good or bad, that's up for interpretation. Doesn't matter. It built me. It made me into the gamer I am today. And I love the Call of Duty series. It's one of my favorite game series ever. But Activision, this is coming from the bottom of my heart, by the way. This is no bullshit. No bullshit, okay? Activision, coming from one of your biggest supporters, someone who always defended you up until the past year when this Infinite Warfare bullshit happened, I can't say that I can't say that I'm a Call of Duty person anymore. I can't say that I probably don't plan on ever buying a Call of Duty game ever anymore. And that's a strong statement to make. And I'm sure people are gonna, predict that I'm gonna buy the next Call of Duty game anyway. But I guarantee you, I'm not gonna fucking buy it. I'm not. And if I ever do, anyone watching this video, to everyone who watched this, remind me of what I said here tonight. If I ever buy the next Call of Duty game, you guys deserve to call me out. Because us gamers, Activision has betrayed us. They have. And they do not deserve our business anymore. They do not deserve our money that we earned, or that our parents gave us, whatever, no matter, depending on how old you are, right? Doesn't matter. It's still money that you spent and money that you decide to put into the game. And Activision decide to fuck you over. And it's terrible. It's really terrible. I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna end the video here because it's terrible, but fuck you, Activision. Fuck you. Fuck.